Hey everyone, and welcome to a review of the new release, which is Dirty Downs Yellow Rust. Now, if you don't know what this one is, if you've been living under a rock in the Warhammer and painting world, this is the original, just Dirty Downs Rust. If you don't know what this is, it is literally magic in a bottle, and you can get so many different tones and variations using this. But if you're like me and you wanted a little bit more of a lighter yellowy rust, then Dirty Downs have fetched this out, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at it and reviewing it and seeing what the difference is between this one. Now, what I will say about Dirty Downs products is, as you know, they are a water soluble, so you don't need no special thinners, no special paint. You can use this straight out of the bottle with your water. It is really fast drying, so you do need to be aware of that and be careful of it. And another thing is, you tend to get a lot of sediment that sets in the bottom with these. So what I would recommend is shake the hell out of these pots. I've pre-done it before recording this. Or you can get like a cocktail stick or a stick, and sometimes you get like sediment on bottom, and just give that a little stir up, and then off you go. Give them a good shake. So let's jump straight into it and see what this stuff is all about. Now, for this, I do recommend when using this product is use an old brush, because it can get quite knackered up with some chemicals that are in here. So just take that precaution as well. So I have tried this briefly on one miniature when I first got it, just to try out. And one thing I will say, which I'll give you an example of on the bottom, I'm just using this straight out of the pot, is it is very, very yellow. So what you do, you put it on like this. There's tons of different ways of applying this yellow rust, and as you can see in just a minute, when that starts to dry, it turns into this sedimented yellow grungy rust, and you can get loads of different variation for some of this bit that's drying already. I'm going to apply a little bit more just to show you that, and I'm going to dip my brush in some water and get like a runnier version, just to show you how yellow this stuff actually is. The beauty of this stuff as well is you can use a hairdryer to speed up the drying time. And all I'm going to do, this on this side is the original now. Given my bottle's a little bit old, I should really have replaced it. I'm just going to add a little bit more water, and let's say if you get it on some bits that you don't want it on, you just get your water, it's like magic, and you can just rub it away. But as you can see, the yellow one already straight from pot is very yellow, and I'm going to add a little bit more water just to see if it makes any difference. And this stuff is something that you're just going to have to play with. It is a bit temperamental, depending on how much the actual stuff that you do use will depend on the finish itself. I actually found another pot of the original, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more of that. And what you'll notice is, if you want to darken it up, if you apply a little bit more on the top of it, then it does actually go a little bit darker. But it all depends on the age of your bottle and how well you shake it to those variations. So it's just a case of playing with it, building it up, and just trying on a practice piece a little bit like this on bottom at tracks, just to see how you get on. So as you can see just from our initial test, obviously this one does look quite dark. I've given it another shake up, and I could probably apply a little bit more water and a little bit lighter to get this lighter. I just wanted to show you the different variations straight out at pot. Now we're going to apply it to the miniature as though if I am painting it, just to show you where I think this product lies best. Now for me, where I'm going to be using the new yellow one, is applying it in conjunction with the original, just to get some, even though you get some crazy tones and crazy variations of colour, I'm just going to show you how I'm going to use it in future. Now you can dry brush this on, stipple it on, like I say, make it into a wash, and apply it that way, and then build it up. So many different ways you can do this, and you'll get a feel for it, how you like to use it by yourself. So first of all, we're just going to use the original Dirty Downs Rust and just stipple this on into different areas. And the beauty of this stuff is, as well, you can actually streak it, which will apply a little bit up here. Given the green is not the best to try this on, this would work best, you know, with your rust streaks on like lighter colours. I think it really shows up something like your Plague Marines, along them lines. Now we're going to get funky and start to add a little bit of the new yellow. As you can see down here in this area, you're getting a little bit of variation on that rust colour. Now I'm just going to go in very, very lightly with the new yellow. What I'm thinking about doing is buying another pot of the yellow and mixing it, maybe 50-50 or maybe just a little bit less yellow, in with the original. I think that's going to be such a nice rusty colour. But as you can see now, I'm starting to get that yellow come through. I'm going to mix in a little bit of the original. See how we get on with that. As you can see, we're getting some nice, I don't know why I say it like that, some nice variations in colours. Now this for me is a little bit light, so what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of the original over some of those brighter spots just to see what we're looking like. But already, without much manipulation, you can sort of see the tones and the colours that we're getting from this. And all I'm doing is going back in with the original colour and applying that straight over the top. Sometimes with your original colour you can get some of this yellow. It all depends on how well you mix it and get some of that colour variation on top. But if you remember I said earlier, if there's a section that you don't like, let's say if I want to erase some of this up here, just get your brush full of water, clean water, and this will stain your water pretty bad, so make sure you're using a separate pot. So there you can see, with a little bit on to the metal, the different variations of colour that we've got up on our miniature now. So yeah, in conclusion, what I can say about the yellow Dirty Downs rust is it is again magic in a bottle. I'm not sure for some of the miniatures that I paint I'd use this one on its own straight out of the bottle. It's a little bit too yellow and bright, and it almost does dry a little bit chalky and chunky. But all I can say is this mixed in conjunction with the original Dirty Downs rust is an absolute win-win. So I know we always go on about how this kills a lot of using multiple products, but for rust now, I think this is it. This is it. This is all you need to create some of the best looking rust in my eyes that you could ever achieve on your miniatures. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you've not checked out some of my other videos, please do remember to like this video. If you do, I'm really trying to get this channel out there, so it really helps me out if you can just click that like button. And until next time guys, I'll catch you in my next video.